So this is just terrific having you guys here on St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, there's a great... Oops.
How's this?
Just a little bit higher.
Is this okay?
Wow. Just right.
So what is the difference between the Scottish bagpipes and the Irish bagpipes?
Well, really, it's only a matter of drones. You notice that this has 3 drones, and this is the Scottish pipes. And you also notice that the Irish pipes only have 2, bass and a tenor, while we have a bass and 2 tenors.
Hey, guys, thanks for doing the show tonight.
Oh, Colleen.
You have to. These guys are our guests.
Oh, I don't mind. I'm actually taking a fancy to the last. Let me serenade her for a little bit.
On the sweeper.
Show. Tonight, Married with Children's Katey Sagal, comedian Jack Gallagher, Edward James Olmos, and the O'Denny Boyz.
Thank you very much, Well, it's St. Patrick's Day, and I know I'm not wearing anything green, but I want you to know I'm envious of each and every one of you. Actually, I do have something green on me, and I'm getting it looked at Thursday. Well, it's St. Patrick's Day, the one day of the year when everyone wishes they were Irish, or at the very least, homophobic. And it's come out, here the gay community's going around to the various parades and telling them what comes at the end of the parade. And, yeah. It's come out that Secretary of Defense Dick Cheney wrote 25 bad checks when he was in Congress. Now, personally, I don't care, but what bothers me is that one of the checks was for a penis enlarger. Yeah. What's up, Dick? A U.S. attorney is looking into the possibility of criminal charges in the House check-cashing scandal. Among the potential violations are fraud, improper campaign spending, and use of the public's trust as a handy wipe. Mary Rose Okar, one of the worst offenders, called the whole thing, quote, just a terrible mistake. You know, you're right, babe. It is a terrible mistake. That many of you were elected. We're going to fix that mistake come election. I don't know, maybe the last line of the national anthem should be changed to the land of the free and the home of the disgusted, all right? Because we've had it up to here, guys. 2 primaries today. Bush should probably be scared about the Michigan primary. Unemployed people have a lot of time to get out and vote, George. White South African. Can you believe it? It's over already. It's going to be Clinton and Bush, right? Bush kicks Clinton's ass, and we have Bush again. You know, the savior of the Democratic Party is this Quayle, because I know in '96 they're not going to be able to come up with somebody warped enough to lose to him. I mean, it's like, you know it's going to win. It's like, okay, it's Quayle versus Artemis Gordon from the Wild Wild West. We win, Artie. White South Africans are voting today on whether or not to maintain apartheid, and Pat Buchanan was busy campaigning in Chicago, so he had to send in an absentee ballot. Whatever happened to Paul Tsongas, folks, huh? Nobody's paying any attention to Tsongas anymore. Who'd ever thought that old suits, boring speeches, and immobile facial features would get tiresome after a while, huh? But Tsongas says he's going all the way to the Democratic Convention because he said, I have a ticket and it's non-refundable. Bill Clinton taking a lot of hits in this campaign. But, you know, his implication in this Amelia Earhart thing is maybe too much for even him to overcome. It's now believed that aviatrix Amelia Earhart died of thirst. You know, those damn salted peanuts are going to get you every time. You got to watch them. Well, 3 years into his presidency, George Bush visited Arkansas and has now visited all 50 states. This separates him from Reagan, who was content to dwell in a permanent state of semi-consciousness throughout his 4-year reign, and 8-year reign, I might say. Bush said he probably would have gotten to all the states sooner if they'd just been in another country, and I think that's nice of him. Robert J. Eaton was named Chrysler's chief operating officer. He'll be replacing Lee Iacocca, who will stay on with the company. See, in the auto industry, when a CEO gets a pink slip, it means you move into a bigger office. The Reporters' Freedom of Speech Committee has accused the Bush administration of 340 instances where they interfered with news stories. But to be fair, about 230 of those stories were stopped because the big words gave Danny a headache. And finally, a new study showed that 28% of people surveyed said that they have borrowed tools from a neighbor. And then almost all of the men thought that their tools were bigger than their neighbor's tools. So it goes to show you something. Yeah, thank you. You're nice. All right, this is our band, the O'Denny Boyz, we're calling them. Where are you guys from? Oh, wow. Traditional Irish earth. Oh, you're from Ireland, actually? Yeah? And you have that little, hold that up. Little Buckingham Palace Guard thing. Hold that up. There it is. You guys gonna play a little tonight? What are we gonna hear? Now, in addition to the music, you also obviously have served as Green Berets, and we want to thank our fighting boys. Oh, God, that was a lame joke. Oh, man, I got to sit down. I can't believe I just told that. Where's Nick? I got to do this. I'm getting a gut. Nick Bakay is out at a bar. We're going to check in with him later. We also have from Married with Children, Katey Sagal is here. Comedian Jack Gallagher. Actor Edward James Olmos. Oh, take it.
This portion of the Dennis Miller Show is brought to you by Budweiser. Nothing beats a Bud.
Now, Goldie, what happened to the band, babe? As soon as we went to break, they cut out. What is that about?
They'll be back. They'll be back.
Oh, they're going to play a whole song?
Yeah, the old Goldies are playing for you now.
Man, it was like they were getting paid by the note there. Jeez. We went to break. I'm telling you, it was like the end of an old Who concert. They're trashing the bagpipe. Okay, I'm going to hold you to a whole song next time. I want to hear, what can we hear? How's about, some Brian Eno, maybe? Here come the warm jets. Yeah, okay. All right, we're going to go to Nick now. Nick's at some crazy Irish bar in Sherman Oaks called Ireland 32. Nick, how are you? Nicky Bakay, our announcer. What's happening out there, Nick? Everybody blasting?
Everybody's faced, Dennis, completely faced. And I'd like to inaugurate the day for myself with an old Bakay household tradition, the St. Patrick's Day shot of tequila.
You know?
Oh, Faith and Begora.
Yeah. Thank you. You know, Nick, I think that St. Patrick, in classic lore, killed the worm that he found at the bottom of the bottle of tequila.
And he hallucinated for months.
We'll be back later, Nick.
All right, buddy.
Okay, babe. You watch yourself out there.
Oh, I'm going to take it very slow.
Because I know you to be a shooter madman.
I'm in control, baby. I'll see you later.
All right. You know, everyone hopes for good weather on St. Patrick's Day, but folks, I hate to say it, but I think we're in for a wee bit of a spud shower. God. Wow, I haven't let loose like that since, where was I? Cancun. All right, what are we doing here? Any more of those damn, I can't believe you wanted to drop them on me. They said, no, it'll be okay. I said, no, move them out front. They won't hurt you. These things are like titanium. What? Look at all this. It's like I'm working a litter box or something. Oh, I can't have somebody come on. Now, kids, when I throw the Scroogey, I like to get a finger grip on the seams. No wonder Letterman wants to do that. It's very cathartic to throw at the... Something like Freudian. It's like killing the father. You hit the camera. Yeah. Somewhere in Ireland, a guy's getting dunked. All right, at least I didn't throw like a broad, huh? Oh, man. I've got fake potato grime. Oh, I've got simu spud grime on my hand. What? I gotta get me a moist towelette, please. I feel like I just ate a bad hoagie. Anybody got a towelette? Can you drop me a towelette, Don? Okay, I'm running way over time here. The political scene can hardly be described as poetic, but today is St. Patrick's Day, so we've decided to bring you some political limericks. Okay. There once was a voter from Nantucket. No. There once was a young man named Clinton whose heart was most consistently smitten. He'd spend hours and hours with Jennifer Flowers, then deny and say, I'm not quitting. Little poem. These poems can be so much party fun. I think I got some of that simu grime in my eye now, and I'm a little freaked about it. You know how hypochondriacal I am. Give me a towel out of here. Okay. Just throw it in, babe. They know you're here. Look. No, there are no other people there but Dennis. He asks for a towel and it appears. It is so neat, TV. Thanks for moistening that, babe. What'd you do? Put it in your armpit? There's... All right. Hey, let's get back to the Limericks. I was on a hot roll. Rigi, Brazil, come to me. Paul Saugus went swimming one day with his Speedos pulled up all the way. He dodged Clinton's mud, sounding like Elmer Fudd, saying, "I'll be the president, okay?" Yeah. All right. All right, Limerick 3. All right, third one. Buchanan's a jerk, it's agreed. To finish this rhyme, there's no need. But try as we might, he's there night after night, spewing his extremist seed. Yeah. Right on. Attica! 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 Do it. The Johnny Kazeel faction up there. All right. Bush has been around way too long. It's time that he sang his swan song. With Quayle by his side, they can both take a ride on a slow boat from here to Hong Kong. And finally, yeah. And finally, between Clinton and Brown, there's no love. In Chicago, when push came to shove, it got rather sticky. Then Brown pulled on his dickie, but not the one that's below, but above. And that's the last limerick. We'll be right back with Katey Sagal right after this. Welcome back. Nick? Let's go back to Nick out at Sherman Oaks. Nick.
Hey! Well, we just heard that traditional Irish favorite, the Ballad of Mary Dingle, which is the story of an old woman who chokes on a potato husk. And it's actually quite sad. Oh.
Nicky, there's spiders on the wall. I got to get on with Katey Sagal here, okay?
All right,
I'll be right back to you.
Okay.
Okay, my first guest has redefined the role of TV mom with her portrayal of Peg Bundy on Married with Children. Folks, Katey Sagal. Katey. Hey, now you got fired by Dylan. I got to get right into that story. You were a background singer for Dylan in the warm-up to a tour, right? And then right before you went on.
Yeah, 2 months. I rehearsed with him for 2 months, and then a week before the tour, he fired not only myself, but half the band.
How did you guys know? I mean, how did you understand it? I mean,
how did I know I was being fired?
No, you know, Dylan comes up and he goes, Katey, what the hell are you talking about?
Well, he didn't do it that way.
Oh,
I wish he'd done it that way. Actually, I just got a call that said, "Don't come to work."
Oh,
it was that, yeah. I know.
Dylan!
I know. It
Oh,
a
I
cowardly
know.
way out. Yeah.
One of my heroes, and he wasn't even
know.
cool.
Well, he was, but you know, he was so cool all the time. I think that's probably why I lost the job, because I was just so startled by how cool he was.
Yeah, it's Dylan.
It was so great to be there.
God,
Yeah.
just to meet Matt Dillon would have blown.
I like him too.
Hey, now, how many years you guys got going over there at the old Married with Children Corral? What's happening?
We're 6 seasons, so I think that's 5 years.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Yeah, they love you. Now, it's funny, you and he are like Archie and Edith of our generation. You
Sort
really
of.
carved out a niche. Where'd you get your take on Peg? Did you
Well,
know people like her, or were you like her?
No. But she was written pretty clearly, so I got it right away. I mean, they abused each other from the jump, so I understood, you know. And it was, they told me what they wanted, so I gave them what they wanted.
Well, you're like an LA kid. You grew up around all this, right? Your dad did Man from Uncle, I read?
Yeah, he did Man from Uncle.
Blows my mind. That is
Dr.
so
Kildare.
cool.
Oh, yeah. He was very cool.
Now, you were a little girl hanging around the Man from Uncle set?
Yeah. And
Now-
in fact, that was the only way that anybody really liked me in school. You know, that I knew. I know. It was rough. But that was my in. You know, I was kind of hip because I knew Dr. Kildare and Man from Uncle. So I'd bring my little friends to the set.
Yeah. You know what I used to love about Man from Uncle is at the end when they'd run the credits, just to reel the little kids in, it would say, the producers wish to thank the United Network Command for Law Enforcement for their assistance in this project. And I'd like be 7, I'd go, oh God, there is one. There really is. There really is an uncle. Every time I'd go to the laundry in my neighborhood, I'd be looking behind that curtain trying to see the secret door. Remember that?
Well, I sort of remember
Oh, yeah,
it.
it
I
was
don't
a
remember
boys
it that
thing.
much.
Who did you dig, Napoleon or Ilya?
I liked the blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ilya Kuryakyn.
I liked Ilya.
You also came across The King as a little
Yes,
a
my
little girl.
father directed an Elvis Presley
Which
movie.
Elvis film did he do?
It was called Girl Happy.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I think Elvis is opus. I think we're all in agreement. Girl Happy, the high water mark. No. I take that back. Maybe Harem Scarum. But,
It was really, it was a beach movie. Was it a beach movie? I think it was a beach movie.
It was a...
They were all beach
It was
movies.
a B movie.
There was a swimming pool there, too. I remember that.
Yeah, remember Bing Crosby Kid was always plugging that bass guitar into the sand, you know, and jamming out there. Gary Crosby.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
He was
Gary
always
Crosby.
behind him with an 80-foot-long bass. It was so weird. What was the King like to a little kid? Did you even know he was the King?
He was polite. Well, I wasn't that into him, to tell you the truth. I mean, I am now. I have more appreciation, but I was more like into the Rolling Stones and stuff. So, I like that. But he was very polite. He was nice. You know, he didn't.
A little square, though, huh?
I thought he was way square.
Yeah. You know, it's weird to me. You can't take the hick out of the boy, you know. You give Elvis $10 million, he's still going to do his TV room and yell on Black Naugahyde. You know, you can't get away from it.
But I have a greater appreciation for it now.
Yeah.
That cheese effect, I really...
That's perfect.
Oh, I'm
The
really going to
cheese
offend
syndrome.
somebody. I know I am.
Oh, come on. Elvis, he's a weird phenomenon. It's not even like he's real, is it? People talk about him. He's like an icon.
Well, he's our hero.
Yeah. But a better working situation for you must have been with Bette Midler. That must have been a blast. You were a backup
was a
singer?
blast, yes. That was also a very hard job. I worked really hard at that job. I loved that, though. She really worked me hard.
She gets it right, though,
Yeah,
doesn't
she gets it right. Uh-huh.
Were you
she
with her
really
when
does.
Manilow was her music director, or was it later than that?
No, much later than that. But we did do a show with Barry Manilow, I remember, at the amphitheater, University.
Yeah. You were a harlot.
I was a harlot.
Do you think there's any harlots in Peg Bundy, or are they kind of...
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, they seem kind of the same.
She, we wore shoes that were similar to those. So when I put those on, I felt home. I knew where I was.
Yeah. Well, the show's going great guns. We love watching it. I mean, you and Ed are...
Yeah, he says hi.
Yeah, he's one of the sweetest guys. I love
He
you two
likes
together
you.
on that show. Yeah, we
He
get
likes you
along
a lot.
good. Thanks for coming on. Katey Sagal, folks. We'll be right back with comedian Jack Gallagher. Katey, yeah.
This portion of the Dennis Miller Show is brought to you by Crisco Oil, because you're cooking for your family.
We just went from the Irish bagpipe thing right to the hard progressive rock thing, and it blew my mind. All right, now Nick is like obviously borderline incontinent out here. Nicky, it's for the Belushi beers, baby. Are you with me?
Dennis, how are you?
Okay, you having fun out there?
Air and go bra, my friends.
God, would you steal that shirt from Neil Diamond or what? What the hell's happening?
Woo! You kill me, funny man.
Your face, baby!
Oh, Dennis, I know that it may not be the right moment to do this, but I love you, man. I really do. And I just wanted to say that.
Nicky, you stay there till I get there. You're not driving, baby.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Friends know when to say no, or whatever the hell that is.
I'll brew some kava. It's the Hawaiian copy.
All right, I'll be out and get you, and we'll go book them, Dano.
God
okay?
bless you, Dennis.
You're a beautiful
I love
cat.
you.
All right. For the cause, man. He is cirrhosifying his liver for the cause. All right, my next guest can currently be seen in Robert Goldthwait's new film, Shakes the Clown. Please welcome Jack Gallagher, folks.
Thank you very much. Please remain seated. Nice to be here on St. Patrick's Day. I'm Irish. We're, well, stop. Thanks. Yeah, my pleasure. Everybody thinks all the Irish do is drink. Oh, they drank. You talk to, oh, they drank. They drink all the time. Well, you know what? It's actually a different culture than America. They do drink a lot, but not without purpose. They do drink in the morning. Yes, they do, and they have a damn good reason. Might not have time to drink in the afternoon. They'll tell you right out, look, we'll have a drink right now. That's why if we're not able to get back later in the day, we've already had a drink, haven't we? Plus they mumble, so that kind of adds to the stereotype. If you talk to anyone from Ireland, they speak really quickly and they wink. Lots of winking. Like you're part of some giant conspiracy all of a sudden, you know? Where are you from? I'm from the States. Woo! Hey, he's been drinking. You know what's funny? Did you watch the Olympics? The Irish had a bobsled team, which I thought was hysterical. We didn't do too well in the Olympics, did we? I'll tell you something else I learned. I've seen enough figure skating to last me till I'm about 197 years old. And this Christopher Bowman, the bad boy of figure skating. Oh, yeah, look out, I'm scared of you. Yeah. Oh, I bet the hockey players are leaving the rink when Christopher Bowman shows up. Look out. You know, you think about it, skaters have like, it's pretty much downhill from the Olympics, isn't it? I mean, you start when you're like 2 or 3, you skate every day, 8 hours a day, 10 years of your life. You go to the Olympics, it's over. The next week, you're dancing with Snoopy at the Ice Capade. And you don't win the gold medal, you are Snoopy at the Ice Capade. Discovered a lot of things I like. The luge, did you watch the luge? I think luge is a Latin word for idiot. You see what these guys are doing? 80 miles an hour on their back. 80 miles an hour down a mountain of ice on a tray from the school cafeteria. That's what this is. Hey, there's an Olympic sport. And the biathlon, where you cross-country ski and shoot a high-powered rifle. Would you ever think of putting these two things together? Have you ever cross-country skied? You do it for like 2 minutes, you can't breathe. Is this a good idea? You think it's a smart move? Have somebody ski 15, 20 miles, give them a rifle with a scope. There's a spectator event. Over there! Over there! You know, the problem with the Olympics is these guys make stuff look too easy, so everybody thinks they can do it. You're watching it on TV, you're thinking, I'm going to ski jump. You're out on the roof of your house. Honey, spot me, I'm going to try for the mailbox. People actually getting upset we didn't win a lot of gold medals. That upsets people in this country, doesn't it? We want to be first. If we can't be first, you be first. You taught from the time you're a little kid, be first. Be first. You people, you want to be first into the show, first out of the show, first into your car. You're passing people on the freeway because you want to be in front of that guy. Yeah. But it's people, man. It's killing people. The stress, veins popping in people's heads, dropping over trying to be first. I've thought about it. It's too much stress. I don't want to be first. You know what I want to be? Next. I want to be perpetually next. Think about it. How do you feel when you're next? You feel great. You're almost there. You can see first. You can actually see how great it's going to be. There's none of the pressure. It's all anticipation. It always comes like at the post office after you've been in that rat maze line, back and forth, back and forth. You think this is never going to end, and then suddenly, you're next. Does it get any better than this? You're looking around. What window's going to open up? Doesn't matter. It's mine. I'm next. Oh. There's like this weird fame involved. Suddenly everybody knows who you are. Hey, who's next? That guy. Sometimes when I'm next, I'll just let other people go ahead of me. You, go ahead. I'm still next. Thanks a lot. You guys are great. Adios.
Jack Gallagher, folks, yeah. All right. Why, big day for the Irish. Why are the Irish so happy? Fill me in as an expert.
Well, you know from literature, they're not actually that happy. James Joyce says all this miserable stuff. But basically, my theory is nobody wants that country, and they know it. There's nothing there. It's all craggy, no oil, potatoes and sheep, basically. So their attitude is like, come in, take a look around, take whatever you want, it'll do you no good.
Well, I'd like to talk more, but I have Edward James Olmos, and he
told me he didn't want to come out here.
Well, he's next. He's next. I gotta go to him, because he's next. All right, Jack. Jack Gallagher, folks. We'll be right back. Edward James Olmos, right after this. Obviously, Nick has stumbled into some bizarre Tom Petty video out there. Nick, what happened to the cranial overdose there, babe? You there, Nicky? Talk to me.
Are you talking to me?
I'm gonna go in binary code, Nick. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. You okay?
I'm okay. I was just, the band just finished its Led Zeppelin medley, and it was really bringing me back to younger and happier days.
You having a good time? Have you met any fair lassies out there?
Oh, I tell you, the place is just crawling with beautiful, fabulous women, and there's a spirit of love in the air and abandon, the kind of abandon that only comes with alcoholic consumption.
You're drunk. You misread me. I meant the collie lassie.
Oh,
the actual dog.
They're very appealing, too.
Okay. Well, watch your leg.
But only if they have a flea collar.
Nick, out at Ireland 32. Nick in Sherman Oaks. We'll be back to Nick a little later. You don't have to applaud. He can't hear it. He's 3 sheets. Let's see. Tomorrow night, my guests will include Academy Award nominee Kate Nelligan, Nick's AA sponsor, and American Auto Association. Mark Lynn Baker. Now, is he the perfect stranger I like? Yeah, he's the one I like. Okay. The other one bugs me a little, huh? Did that accent in Beverly Hills Comp 1 around 8 years ago. I'm still getting clubbed over the head with him, okay? So, I'm kidding. Bronson, come on. It's a big town. We can coexist. Oh, I loved him in that old motorcycle drama. Then came Pinchot. I've alienated a perfectly fine actor. And comedian Randy Kagan is here. Did I see Kagan over there with his hair pulled back in a ponytail? You're the hippest guy in the world, all right? Lose that look or become an agent. And you're a performer now. Come into the 90s, baby. And sitting in with a band, guitarist Dave Alvin from the Chipmunks. I don't know who that is, but I guess he's good, Goldie. All right, St. Patrick's Day is observed every March 17th because Patrick is the patron saint of Ireland, not because it is a good excuse to gargle with whiskey and wear a green plastic hat. What was once a religious holiday now has its downside as a low rent bacchanalia and is the topic for tonight's Case For, Case Against. Two lunar cycles in, the American public finally embraces the for and against concept. All right. I've been waiting. The case for St. Patrick's Day, the magical charm of the little people, against the bitter reality of a surly midget actor in a crusty green costume whizzing on your shoe. Case 4, you get to see the phrase Aaron go bra. Against, you would rather see Aaron go braless. The case 4, corned beef. Against, cabbage and its unholy aftermath. Yeah, the case 4, St. Patrick's Day means the wearing o' the green. Against, the morning after means the taking o' the aspirin. The case 4, your button says, kiss me, I'm Irish. Against, her face says, I'd rather die. The case 4, St. Patrick's drove the snakes from Ireland. The case against, he dropped them off in Washington, D.C. And finally, the case 4, St. Patrick's Day. It's a beautiful celebration of the patron saint of Ireland that brings all religions together. Against, green puke. And we'll be right back. Oh, we're going to bring him out now? That's for and against, folks. All right. And, who changed that? Who changed that to hurl? Wasn't it puke earlier on? Who changed it to hurl? What, the upchuck censor stepped in? Green hurl. All right. It's Denny's World. All right. We're going to bring this guy out. I respect this guy. I think he's really a fine actor. He's an Emmy Award winner. He produced, directed, and stars in a powerful film out now, American Me. Please welcome Edward James Olmos. Welcome. Get to issues. Is it hype in the media now that every time one of these films comes out that deals with somewhat of a volatile nature that the kids are all going to go to the theaters and kill themselves, or do you think it's trumped up? I know it's a bit of a problem, but do you believe they sensationalize it a little?
Oh, well, I think they do, yeah. They do definitely try to make news out of it. Channel 9 was doing it just the other day with our film. It's a situation where, what can I say other than children are doing it? That's the problem. That's why we made the movie.
Right. You need a catharsis. You can't, like, run from it now. It does happen in spades out there, worse than it happens in movies. I mean, the day-to-day of it is so crazy.
The reality of the film is, I think, what's driving people into understanding it even better. There's a tremendous reality-based film this is, and it's a situation where children are killing children for no reason, and we're all kind of like sitting there watching it happen, you know?
Yeah, and being afraid of whether it should run at the local Cineplex when we should probably be dedicating our time to get to the core of the issue. Now, this film's been 20 years in the making. I want to ask you about that and find out how it took so long. I got to take a break, though. We're right back with Edward James Olmos after this. We're back with Edward James Olmos. Now, Ed, it took you 20 years. This film was written, I believe, 20 years ago, right?
Yeah, Floyd Mutrux actually finished the script in 1974.
Yeah, tell me the long and winding road to get this made.
It's a story that actually, it's better that it took so long because it's more poignant now than it was even then in the 1970s. But it deals with a concept that has really never been studied in film before, which is how the streets are governed by the penal institutions and how the guys inside run the streets. And it's quite an interesting film. It's a reality-based film, which allows you to experience the facts, and then you come out of the movie. That's where everybody's just so turned on to the film. They come out of the movie with a lot to say,
Yeah, you made no effort to...
hide anything? No,
Yeah.
no, we didn't. No, we just let it go, you know, because I think that the power of this medium, you know, to allow people to have, you know, look what happened to JFK. They're going to open the box.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, you gotta give... You do have to give Stone credit for that, man. They can call him a megalomaniac, they can call him whatever they want, but that fascinates me that he...
Got them to talk about it. That's the same thing that's happening with this film. If you haven't seen the film, I highly recommend
Let's
you go out.
look at the clip. See a little bit of it, make you want to see more.
That dude burned somebody for their stash. Color wasn't involved. You sent the wrong message. We can do this any way you want, Doc.
You got that, you got that mean look, man. I think you could maybe get by in there.
Well,
pretty imposing look there.
You kind of have to have it. It's really an extraordinary... It's like going to... in the 70s, we went in the Midnight Express into the Turkish prisons. That's what's happening with this thing, and it's really quite an extraordinary
You
look.
shot it at Folsom, right?
Yeah, with
and
real
used
inmates.
actual prisoners.
Yeah, it's the first time that all the inmates were used to make a film, and actually they allowed us to use it because usually they don't allow that. And the people, all the convicts helped us make this movie. It's a movie that will definitely make you stop, look, and listen.
And you got help from the gangs on this too, right?
Yeah,
They
we
let
did.
you cross
boundary
lines,
and different gang members came in to help out too. It was an extraordinary commitment. We got to use the juvenile hall with real wards of the state, which is the first time in the history of this country they've ever allowed real wards, you know, children. Because, I mean, there's a lot of kids killing kids, man. This is a situation that's never been seen in the history of mankind. There's never been a society in the history of this planet where the children have been killing children for no reason. They've had it, you know, for wars, you know, or whatever, you know, in Vietnam or in Central America,
yes.
You know, even over drugs or whatever, you know, you see it today, but it's escalated past that.
It's unprecedented.
It's unbelievable.
I got to think the way you carry yourself that they'll listen to you. Just something about you, your background and the way you are. I think you can matter to these kids, so I hope you... I hate to saddle you with that, but I really think they'd listen to you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this, folks.
The Dennis Miller Show is brought to you by Baby Ruth. I'd do anything for my baby. Baby Ruth.
Nick, what's up?
Dennis.
Nick, suddenly sober. Would you have one of those 8-pint Keith Richards bloodletting things, man?
I have just one thing. I've always wanted to say it on television. That's good coffee.
All right, thank you. Nicky, all sober out there. Drive carefully. I'd like to thank my guests, Katey Sagal, Jack Gallagher, Edward James Olmos, and the O'Denny Boyz. Good night, teenagers.
When in Los Angeles, guests of the Dennis Miller Show stay at the St. James Club and Hotel.